Yeah.
Weezy out here.
Okay, how are we today, guys? Today I'm going to be putting in my new steering wheel, which I'll show you guys now. The door's a bit fucked. If I can find the fucking lock. Right, there we go. So I'll update you guys on a few things. I've got the exhaust done. It's all straight pipe. It's all finished. That's the new steering wheel. It's a VZ steering wheel. I've got the other rear tyres on, rear wheels on. Also, when we done the straight pipe, the guy that was doing the straight pipe for me, he does his own roadworthies, and I didn't really notice this at first, and I've sort of chipped away the paint, but it's rusted in, I think, 3 of the doors. 3 of the doors. The thing for the back windows coming up there. And there's some rust on this side here. This door's got rust. I found out it's also only the front seats are VX seats. This door's fine. And also, I've got it all running and stuff. So I've got the new water pump in, a new thermostat. I just went with the stock thermostat for the time being. So also, the straight pipe, it actually came out really well. Here's the tips here. I'll try to show you guys the actual exhaust, if you can see it. We ran it twins all the way down to just there, just after the diff, around the CV area. See if I can show you. There's the cat down there. And then we just used all the pipe I'd found. Bring it all up here. We had to re-weld the tips on because at one point they were pointing opposite ways. Like one was pointing left and the other was pointing right, and just looked fucked up. We also welded on custom hangers, and then I'm pretty sure they're 3-inch. What's it called? X-Force tips. And it sounds really good. Like it's so loud, especially at high revs. I found out that the rear springs are SLs and the front springs are SLs. Also, I'm gonna put the old VZ mirrors on. Because one, the VZ ones look much better. These look too round to me. And 2, the inside of the driver's one's actually broken. If you can listen, there's like one of the springs is broke. It's when you shut the door. Listen closely. Wait. Oh, it's not doing it anymore. But it just sounded like pure shit. So today I've just went out and bought a bunch of tools. I've got me some Hollow Point hex bits to do the steering wheel, which I thought were kind of pointless because usually they just have normal either screws or like the pop things, like the VZ wheel does. You just stick your screwdriver in there and turn it and it comes undone. I do have normal Torx bits, but they're not Hollow Point ones. Also, I got a new compressor. I've been wanting to get a compressor for a while. I found this one on Facebook. I went and bought hoses and stuff for it. It actually runs really good. I've used it a fair few times. I've had it for 2 days. And yeah, it's like an auto stop one. Actually, I'll turn it off so it doesn't go on and off. And it stops when it runs below 30 psi. The compressor will kick in and pump the tank back up, and then it'll stop at about 65, 66 psi. Yeah, not bad. It's 3 years old. It's been barely used. So we'll get to the start of the steering wheel. Also, I went to go check. I'll see if I can show you. It sounds like my battery's fully charged, but it sounds like it's been dying on startup. It does have a new alternator in the car, but have a listen to this. So as you can hear, it sounds like a flat battery, but the battery is actually really new. I'll show you what if I find it. Here we go. I'll just try to do a quick rundown because I don't want this video to be overly long. I've put new hoses on it. There's a new hose here. I'm still doing the vacuum ones. It's got a new belt which came with the car. I'll see if I can line it. No. New water pump, new thermostat. What else? New radiator hoses. Well, they're not new, they're second hand. But they're better than the stock ones that came with it, so that's a plus. I still need to drain the just plain water out, and I've got some coolant over here, which I'm going to focus. There we go, I've got some coolant which I'm going to be putting in it. But for now, let's just get started on the steering wheel. So I'm pretty sure the bolt behind the to get the steering wheel off is a 17mm. I haven't opened up, that's what I've just read on forums. But here's our Torx bits. We'll see how we go. I was gonna do it where the car was parked, then I realised if I need tools I better bring it round to the shed. So that's what I've done. So I'll stop it here, and then I'll start the video again when the Torx screws are out and and the airbag comes off. I swear to God, this fucking horn is autistic. No offense to autistic people, but like some days it will work, some days it won't. The airbag lights on some days and then it'll shut off. This thing's also out of fuel. It's got like 40 k's to an empty tank, so I need to put fuel in it as well. But yeah, I'll get back to you when I get this airbag off. Hey guys, so I'm back. I've just got the Torx screws out. If anyone's wondering, it's a T30 hollow point, if you can see it. It's a hollow point Torx bit. There's 4 bolts, 2 down behind this part here, and 2 up over here. I'm guessing there's going to be, I haven't taken off yet, I'm guessing there's going to be an airbag. Alright, there we go. So, I'll see if I can just somehow confuckle the camera somewhere. Actually, no, I remember these are only clips. Remember they should pop out without, yeah, that one. And then, this that's for the airbag. I know that's for the airbag. I'm pretty sure this is for the horn. And then there's usually, this red one's for the horn. And then there's usually a ground, on them. Yeah, so I'll do that, and get back to you. But also, I've got some stuff for the car. I forgot where I put it. I've got spare parts left over if anyone's interested in them. That you can have that for $15, the old steering wheel. Everything works fine, just the relays in my car are a bit, how's it going? I've got stock front springs, stock rear springs. I've got 3 sets of them, that's 1 set just there. I've got 2 sets over in the spring box over there. Hollowed out VZ Ute cats if anyone's interested in them. What else? Also, if anyone, this is hopefully when I mini spool it, that's the that's going to be going into the car, because it's got about 100,000 less Ks on it. This has got 323 on the car that had like 231 or something, so it's about 90,000 Ks less. What else? Yeah, also, if anyone in my area is interested in any parts, I've got a spare airflow sensor. This is the one that came off the car. It's already been cleaned out and shit. I just put a new one in, that's all. I'm gonna have, this is a plenum that I'm putting on the car, plenum cover. I'm deciding whether to just paint the stock engine cover or paint the plenum and put the plenum on, and that way. But if I put the engine cover on, it hides all the grime and shit, which I really can't be bothered cleaning. Got some stuff there. Yeah, but if you guys are interested in some parts, you can have them for cheap. I've also got a bunch of old parts from the wagon I'm selling. There's like a AC condenser and shit, skirt, crash bars. I'm going to keep the axle because I know with the mini spool I'm most likely going to be breaking axles. They're not axles, CVs. But if anyone's interested in any of this stuff, you can have it for cheap. These are the mirrors. I'm not sure what I'm going to put them on, but these are the mirrors that are going on. Yeah. See how we go. But the VT also got its first. It does single peg. It loves the single peg. It got its first tyre off the other day. I'll try insert a photo of the belt slap. I got it all off with some degreaser, but yeah, no, she loved it. Sitting on second in limiter the whole time. So it didn't like third because it's still got the rear brakes. It was bogging down a bit. And then even in third, it'd try go up to fourth. Not fourth. Yeah, no, in first, it'd go to second, and then second, it'd try go to third. But if you sort of feathered the throttle and only had the brakes slightly on, it didn't want to go to third. But yeah, I'll get this airbag off and then start loosening the bolt behind there, and then get back to yous. Guys, I just got the airbag cover off. I'm now up to the stage of taking the steering wheel off. The nuts undone, so the steering wheel's all loose. I'll take this off by hand now. Also, tip, if you guys are going to change your steering wheel, don't take your bolt fully off. I learnt this from my first car as well, my Mazda that I had. Leave it on, because then when you go to smack the steering wheel, if it's like stuck on the column, and you have your bolt off, the steering wheel's just going to come back and hit you in the face, which does hurt, I can tell you that from experience. But mine's all loosened off now, so it should be fine. There's the bolt. Put that in the center console. Alright, that's the old steering wheel off there. With the new one, it's not going to have an airbag or anything in it. None of that. Hold up, let me just read this. Top center, point, front wheels straight ahead. Fuck you. No. Yeah, so that's the clock spring there, which I never knew what it was until I got told the other day. Also, yeah, and that might have been why the airbag light was going off, I'm not sure. But oh shit, the bolt's inside. I do have a 21mm bolt from the VZ steering wheel. Not the wagon one, a different one. So I went to a garage sale and got a bunch of parts for like $150 worth of parts for $20. And a VZ. I've been told it's a VZ Calais steering wheel, but I didn't think they came out with Calais. But, it's a leather one, but the leather's all ripped. Yeah, but I'm not going to put that in. I'll just put the normal VZ steering wheel in, since it's in good condition and stuff. So right now I'm going to try pop off this airbag cover. The airbag's still in there. I'm not going to hook it up though. So the airbag light and shit will be beeping at me every time I start the car, which is going to piss me off. It's not as bad as when you got your fuel light on though, like every 5 minutes, like beep, 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 beep. And it really ticks me off, I'm not going to lie. But I'll see if I can sit this somewhere. Maybe up on this mass airflow fucking thing. Alright, we'll try something like that. So what you do is I can never get these first try. You pop the little, I'm not sure if you guys can see it because I'm not looking at the screen right now, but there's little things in there you turn, and it pops the, actually I think I just got that one first try. Yeah, I got that one first try. It pops the airbag cover off, if you saw that just then. I'll see if I can show you guys on this side. If you watch the airbag cover, it should come off, hopefully. Like that, and this one, now it's going to come off. So that's it there. Now I'm hoping that the column shaft is the same size on the VZ than what it was on the VT, than the VZ steering wheel. And the only reason I'm not going to hook this up is because I'm not sure, I'll show you now, but this here, even though that will go into the airbag, this won't, because that's a plug. And if I show you, this is what I was talking about. This is like an actual ground sort of thing, so it won't go on there unless I put, that's not it. I've got, like, female plugs to go on these, but I really can't be bothered soldering stuff in. So we'll sit this in, which I'll do now. Put this in the car. The camera's about to die also, which is kind of fucking annoying. Alright, also, the steering lock was on, but it wasn't straight, like it was just on a slight angle. So I'll put the key in and just fuck it up. Alright, hold up. Try to get it in there. And wait up there, here we go. Oh, no, fuck you. Alright. There we go. Sweet as. I'll just put this on and, oh, God, wait a minute. Steering wheels. Yes, it is the same shaft size. Sweet as. Alright, so I'll just try open the steering up. I do need to turn it around because the steering wheel was turned to the left. The wheels are angled to the left a bit. So if I can try to hold this, I'll do it with my knee, if that's possible. Alright. Off. This goes around. I really need to buy an actual GoPro or something, with a stand. I just focusing on the cars at the moment, really. Alright, let me see if I can sit this somewhere. Fuck me, Jesus. Alright, I'm just gonna put you down for like 2 seconds while I put this on, which is much quicker this way than holding the camera. Alright, let me just check the wheels. Alright, I think we're good. Here we go. So I've just straightened the wheels out a bit, and if you have a look, I'm eyeballing it. It's fine. When you eyeball things, just say it's fine, and then you know it'll be fine. Let's get this bolt, the thread on the bolt going. Alright. So here we go again with this one-handed crap. Alright, let's find 17mm. There we go, 17mm. So it's not actually a bolt. I'm not sure if anyone can tell me what that sort of bolt is. It's like got really pointy edges. I'm not sure the name on them, but a bolt's a bolt to me. And yeah. I'll just start putting this down for a minute. Also with the battery, it's not a brand new battery, like it was fully charged. I'm thinking the alternators, alright, here we go, alternators on the way out. So I'll have a look at the price of Ecotech alternators, brand new versus like used from a wrecker. I kind of just want to go brand new because I don't really want to run the risk of going to the wreckers, but if it's cheaper, like a lot cheaper from the wreckers, I'll just go from there. Like for the water pump, a brand new water pump was I paid 36, and it said it was a performance water pump. It had forgot the name of it. It's like a thick steel for the like fins to move the water instead of just normal steel that's in there, and they were thin. But it depends. Like, and then a guy was gonna charge me $30 for a water pump out of an Ecotech, whereas I could pay 36, get gaskets, get the water pump itself. Alright, so grab this. Also, I'll just like double crank it. Like I'll make sure the bolt on there's done all the way down. I'm not sure if I want to put the steering wheel buttons in, like, because it's got buttons. I'm not sure if people are familiar with it, but there's lucky buttons. When the airbag's on, there's really big gaps in here. But then again, if I go without the buttons, if I go with the buttons, it'll fill in that gaps, but I just won't use the buttons for anything. Or if I leave them out, there's big gaps, which I think I might do because, I mean, the steering wheel weighs a bit anyway. Alright, so I'll sort of see how I go there. Oh yeah, I still need to tighten it down. Stupid me. Alright, give me a sec, guys. 17, there we go. If you guys that watch my videos, the guys that watch my videos, if you have any ideas on what you want to see on the VT, because I mean, as far as I know, I'm just going to try mini spool it. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to manualize it. Well, I'm not saying I'm going to do all this stuff, but I'm going to try to do all this stuff. Alright, here we go. See what I mean? Oh, this isn't in. Fuck me. This is the one thing I hate about. This is the only thing I hate about the VZ steering. Sorry that I've accidentally stopped the video. The one thing I hate about the VY and VZ steering wheels, the clips are a bitch sometimes. Like, this side's out, this side's in. Oh, god damn it. Right, let's try to get this out. And this door annoys me because it doesn't stay open, so give me a sec, I'm just going to get the jack and put the jack there. Yeah, but as I was saying, if you guys want to see stuff on the VT, let me know, because then I can provide, I'm not sure what you guys like and don't like seeing. Alright, thank you. Yeah, but if you want to tell me what you like and all that, go ahead, because it really helps me out also. Because then I can actually give you guys stuff that you want to see, instead of me, joking. Instead of me just going along with what I think you guys like. I'm just going to have to stop it here to get to the back of the steering wheel. But I'll start it when I get it off. Hopefully my camera doesn't die because it's really low on battery at the moment. But that was a pain in the ass to get off. So, alright, I'm going to try again to put this in, which hopefully goes just a little bit better. Yes. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, fuck yes. Alright, that's in. See what I mean by the... Oh, see if I can turn the brightness up. No. But there's a gap in there and you can see all the inside. I'm not overly worried about it. But honestly, this wheel looks so much better than the other wheel. Not gonna lie, it does. Also, yeah, I broke the cover trying to get this off the other day, so I paid $20, which I thought was kind of bullshit for new ones of these for either side. I've just got to pull this clip here out. But that's in. Sweet as. I was about to say I'm going to start it and hopefully the airbag doesn't go off, which of course it's not. There's no airbag hooked up, dummy. But we'll put the battery back on. I've lost my multimeter. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of annoyed about that I've lost it. Yeah, no, not in there. So I can't test the alternator with the multimeter. I've had 2 of them, and I've always misplaced both of them. So, congratulations, Joe. You put your fucking wipers on. Alright, let's put this up. So let's start it. Fuck you, Joe. Alright, So I'm going to quickly rob the battery out of my brother's car since he doesn't drive it, which I know is fully charged because I drove his car today. I also bent the fuck out of his exhaust. I bent it. Wait on. I literally bent it on. I'll show you. I cut it out and redone his exhaust for him. But I bent his exhaust. That again, guys. The camera stopped working. But here's his exhaust. Stupid me was trying to do some forward driving and a little front wheel drive hatchback that's probably a couple inches off the ground. Well, his exhaust is a couple inches off the ground. And it came up and over the rear sway bar like this way. Was it? Yep. And came up and over like this. Around that area. And because I was reversing back out of what I was going over, the exhaust got caught on it, and you can see that dent there. It rammed it up into the floor, and then down here is where it arched over the sway bar. And try to show you guys, but it's still got fuck's sake. Right, not happening, Joe. If you can, fuck's sake. Right, if you can see, it does still have a bit of flow, but I didn't want to risk having too much back pressure in it. You dog, Joy. Fuck's sake, I don't know what I'm doing today, but I'm kicking fuel over. I don't know, that thing leaks anyway, so, yeah. But I didn't want to risk just having too much back pressure and then cooking the motor, and letting it overheat itself and stuff, so I fixed that for him. He wasn't too happy about it because he just got back from camp, but he can suck it up. So let's grab this battery out of here, and then I'll take around some tools. One thing that annoys me on this thing is this fucking radiator hose. Always gets in the way of the battery when you're trying to get it out. So I'll just chuck him down there. It's that out. Fuck, his car's not open, god damn it. That 12 or 13 mil or so. Alright. 10 mil. So I'll just grab both. I've also got to go grab his keys. Chuck them in my pocket. But yeah, I'm guessing that it is the battery. Now that I think of it, because even if I actually no, it might not be, because even if I drive the car for, if you can see, even if I drive the car for like half an hour, I turn it off and turn it back on, and it still does the same thing. Either that or the starter motor's not grounding properly, which it should be, because I sanded the grounds on it and all that before I put the new one in. So just grab his key here. Done a couple of spinny tricks there. And the battery that's in his car right now is what came in the VT, except it was flat and I had it on charge for like 8 hours, so it's fine now. So, and originally we had one battery running in 3 cars, which was this car, the VT, and the Verada, which is the one I want to get rid of. The white wagon, which I showed you in the last video. I'll show you. I know this has got, guys, I just ran out of storage, but I know that for a fact his car has battery, as you can hear the door things ring. His nice little rice pipe sounds like shit. Right, so we know it's got battery's fine in it. Oh, his exhaust fell off. I just remember that. It fell off again, even though I clamped it down. Pod filter, mad sick dog pod filter. I'll get one of them for the VT also. So I'll try and set this up somewhere because I don't have a stand for it. Try to set it up in the engine bay somewhere. God. Sorry guys. Right, I know that's gonna fall over. Just gonna have to wait for it to fall over. So that's a 10mm. No, that, and then this looks like a 13. Yes. Alright, so. Oh, I just caught it. Hopefully, oh god, his battery terminals fucking annoy me. Well, there's one off. He's 10mm though, even though it's undone. Because his is like a lot tighter. Oh, wait, here we go. No, we don't. There we go. Sweet. Fucking hell, what's holding this cunt down now? Right, it was stuck in there. So yeah, that's this one. That's the battery out of his, which originally was from the VT here. Sorry guys, this camera just keeps running out of storage, which is really starting to piss me off. But hopefully it is just the battery, because there we go. Because I really don't feel like pulling the starter motor out again, even though it wasn't a big job. It's just annoying. And it only took me like an hour when to first put it on, put it in. Sorry. Let's see if this works. All right, we've got power. Fuck yes. Actually, while I'm here, let's do a bit of exhaust. There's this here. Let's do a bit of an exhaust shot. You'll get to hear. It does sound like a tractor at low revs, just because of it's coming straight out of the cat. But I noticed this on high revs. It kind of sounds like a fucking Buick. At like just before limiter taking off. Hopefully this doesn't fall. Right. See how we go. Alright guys, so for fuck's sake, this bloody starter motor. The battery's fine, it's the starter motor, god damn it. Wait on. I can hear fuses clicking. Alright, let's try this again. My heart's like fucking racing. I hate when this shit happens. Alright, now I'm gonna turn the battery down. Because when we were doing the exhaust, I was told that the arcs, like going through the frame and shit from welding, can fry your PCM. Or no, BCM. Sorry, not PCM. So I did take the battery off, so it shouldn't have done anything. Super bad to the battery. Right, I'm just gonna have to put this down because this takes 2 hands to tighten this 10mm up on this side. I swear to God, if that starter motor has ridden itself again, I'm gonna be so annoyed you do not understand. Right, that's on there. Man, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be pissed because then I can't. Hey guys, it's the next day. Yesterday I didn't have any success with the starting issue. I pulled the starter motor terminals and shit off and cleaned them up. That didn't help. So I'm thinking. So I put a post up on Facebook about it. It can either be the starter motor, the inside of it's all fucked up, or when I done the water pump, I could have got water on the crank angle sensor plug, which is just behind the No, it's behind the harmonic balancer, so I need to pull that off to put another one in. I also, me being the dumbass I am, thought it was the main engine fuse. So, thinking it was one you pull out like the rest, it wasn't. So I've got pliers and just yanked the cunt out and then broke the whole thing. So I'm just going to get another fuse block, and apparently you can unbolt it and pull the whole fuse bit out, which is, that's in the wrong way, which is what I might do, because it'll just be easier than this bit. I guess it looks separate, but if you can see this whole bit around here with this row of fuses, there's bolts on either side. I've already got one 10mm out. This one over here looks like an 8mm. I haven't put anything on it yet to try and do it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another fuse block. I'm going to get another crank angle sensor, try another starter motor. I'm getting these all off a mate that helped me with my other car, the WB, which you guys haven't seen. I got rid of it a while ago. So we're going to put some new parts in it, and if they work, I'll pay him for them. Also, yeah, I still haven't found my multimeter yet to test the alternator, which I can't do because obviously the car's not running. But my main priority at the moment is to get this fuse block fixed, and then I'll start moving on to the other stuff like the crank angle sensor, the starter motor, all that sort of stuff, and then we'll see how we go from there. That's sort of the bad stuff that's good and bad stuff that's happened over the last 24 hours, I guess. I showed you earlier in the video, but I got the wheel in. It's so much lighter than the VT steering wheel. Like, it just feels so much better as well. I'll also show you. I pulled the back seat out this morning. I found, I think it was $1.65 in there. So I mean, that was alright. I can spend that on that can go towards parts or something. But depending on the price of separate parts, I might actually just see if I can find a VT with a cooked motor or something for like $100, and then I'll just pull the parts off that I want, because I know I need, if it's white, well, I'll just keep all the doors and shit. If not, I need the back window rubber, because it's coming out like it's cooked, and it's they've trimmed it on that side. I need, there's some other stuff I need. I want to get the radio. I don't think I'm going to worry about it, just because of the wires, but if it's got a radio in it, I'll see how I'll go with that. What else? If it's got the dash fascia, however the fuck you say it, I'll paint that. I'll pull this one out and paint no, I'll pull the other one out depending on the condition, which one's worse. I'll paint the one that's worse and throw it in. What else? I don't think there's much else to show, really. Just trying to think of what else I've done. Because I tried 2 batteries and they both didn't work because the footage kept cutting out yesterday. So I kept running out of storage. But this morning I went to go start my brother's car and I put both batteries in. And that battery there out of his car, it was doing the same thing. Well, yesterday this wasn't doing anything. You'd turn the key and nothing had happened. You'd hear a click. But I'm guessing it was just the starter motor in his car, but I put that battery into his car this morning, and it was like when you turn your key, it sounds like a flat battery, like it was ticking, but it was ticking really fast, like it had a lot of power. But like it had a lot of power, but the starter motor just wasn't engaging with the flywheel or whatever. So I put the battery out of this in there, and it started straight up. Well, it done that like clicking thing, and the speedo went all the way up to 160 k's, and the RPM went up to 6k, but the car wasn't running, and it's never done that before. So my guess is that the starter motor wasn't engaging with the flywheel. It was like spinning freely on something, and then because it went like really fast ticking and then engaged and started the car. But right now it looks like a monster truck. I've got it fucking stacked up on jack stands. It only takes me like 10-15 minutes to pull the starter motor out since I've done it now. It took me like an hour and a half to put the first one in, but that was like sitting on really low jacks. This wasn't at my place. This is when I was going to buy the car, put a starter motor in it. The car was like this high off the ground, which is it's not far. Like I could fit under it and barely get the tools and shit up under the car. But I got it. This will only take me probably 10 minutes to get it out now since I know what I'm doing. But it could also be because it was hard to start, as you guys could hear in the video earlier in the video. It was like it sounded like a flat battery, like it was turning over really slow, and then it was about battery was about to die. Then it'd start right up. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go over all the electricals and stuff and do like just clean everything, clean all the terminals, anything that's got to do with starting relay. So I've done the starter motor, grounds. I'll do like shit like that. But this video is already almost 40 minutes long, so I don't want to carry it out too far. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next one.